How to make a Northern Lights pastel drawing, brought to you by some of the staff in the art department at the Hopkinton Center for the Arts. For this project, you will need the following: oil or chalk pastels, some black or white drawing paper that's medium weight, some painter's tape, which means masking tape that won't be too sticky, that will remove easily, a paper towel, and your imagination. Here's the one that I made. Now we'll watch three of our teachers walk you through how to make this wonderful project.
Hello, my name is Marion Buricatu and I am an art teacher at the Hopkinton Center for the Arts. For the part 2 of this wonderful Northern Light project that you're going to do at home, I will show you how to lay down your design, choose your color, and start doing your first coat. First, I wanted to show you some two examples. So this is an example where you can see that the orientation of the paper is what we call portrait orientation, and there are some nice mountains. That's one example. Another example is something that is more of a landscape orientation, and here the landscape is much lower on the paper and you can see some trees. So you might get inspired by these two different projects. So the first thing I think we should get started with is to use some tape, okay? And then I'm gonna ask you to tape all around your paper. Putting my tape all around my piece of paper, and the next thing I'm going to do is to be sure that I have some paper towel handy and ready to be used. So I'm going to start by taking a dark deep green oil pastels, and I'm going to draw like a tree line, vaguely a tree line. Okay, that's it, nothing more than that. Then for my mountain, I'm thinking that I'm going to use some very light blue pastels. So a very simple mountains. Obviously you can do more elaborated mountains if you want to, but let's start with something simple and easy to do for you at home. Okay, and then now the next step is to start laying down your northern light. So I have the light blue for my mountain, but I'm going to use this light blue also for my northern line, but for my northern light. But I'm going to start with some yellow. The goal is to make some nice round curved like flame, and let's go that way. Okay, and maybe another one just right here. I will now add a little bit of orange. So this is some orange, and now I will add some of my light blue. So starting at the bottom like that. Now let's use some green. Let's use a medium green. Okay, I am going to use some dark blue. As you can see here, I'm going in the opposite direction. I am going to take my black oil pastel, and my goal now is to start getting a little better definition of my shapes. I might also use some darker blue. Then now I will take my white oil pastel, and I'm adding some white on my yellow orange northern lights. This is where now we are going to learn about this wonderful trick. To make this project look really nice and to get ready for your second coat, that really to get the deeper and beautiful colors, you must first smudge your color. So you can use your fingers. You see, look at that. This looks really nice. So you smudge going up, so like that you've got the light that is going out of your beautiful shape. But me, I feel like at some point it hurt my fingers. So what I did is that I took a paper towel, fold it once, fold it twice, and rolled it around my finger. And then I was able to do the same thing, but this time with my same thing with my finger. But this time I'm using the paper towel, so it hurts less my poor little finger. So now your first coat of your northern light is finished. But if you want to get to something that is more, that has more depth, that has more color, that is more bright, you're gonna have to do a second coat. Before you move to the second coat, I want to show you how to do the first coat on the mountains. To give the impression of the mountain, I will choose to have one side that is going to be lighter because there's still some light going on. That will give a very nice feeling that you've got the two sides of the mountain. So this is how I'm going to do that. You press it. So some blue, some white, okay. And then, once again, I'm going to do the same thing using my paper towel, okay? Same thing also if you want to do a tree line in the foreground, it's going to be very useful also. So I think that this is going to be too light for my tree line because don't forget, it's night, so it has to be pretty dark. So I will use a dark green, and I think I am also going to use some purple. Here, what I have done is that I have laid down my design. I have chosen my color, and I have done my first coat. Now the next step is going to be to do a second coat to really bring this whole thing to life. I hope you really enjoyed, and I can't wait to see what you've been doing with your own project. Bye bye, see you soon.
So I am beginning the third phase of the project here. I'm adding in contrasting colors, and this is my second coat. So I have dark midnight sky that I'm adding, and I'm blending with my finger to create the illusion of a deep space. Shake off the excess. And I had already added in some highlights that I'm using my finger to brush up in the same direction, so it looks like the aurora borealis is actually in the sky. I'm doing the same thing with the other side, wiping my finger off in between each because it does get a little bit dirty. I have a wet paper towel in my left hand. Adding in some more highlights here. And as you can see, when you smudge the highlight through the other colors, it just blends it all so nicely into the sky. Added in some bright green. Now the last one. I want to make sure everything is very blendy. So this is my technique for adding stars in the sky. I have a knife and a white chalk pastel. I've scraped off some particles of chalk. Take a piece of paper, put it on top with a pen. Rub the pen. And now the stars stay put. And it looks like the night sky. And now I'm adding in my horizon line with a lake. And I'm going to add in some trees now. So it's just a nice silhouette of the earth. This is just the one that I had chosen, but you can do mountains or any type of landscape that you would choose in place of this. So I'm using a black chalk pastel for this part. I blend it all together. Add in some highlights on my lake. And that's it. There is my Northern Lights.
Hello, my art friends. This is Lee Ball demonstrating. Besides oil pastel, paper, tape, and paper towels, I've added Q-tips to my tool. First, tape down the paper. Draw a quick line for your ground area using black pastel. A lighter pastel, create varying jagged lines in the sky. I chose to make them from upper left to lower right. Using a paper towel, smudge the oil pastel in the same direction as you made the mark. The goal is to smooth out the green a little. Begin filling in the white spaces with your darkest blue, starting from the upper right-hand corner. Add random longer marks as you go. Even consider overlapping some of the green color. Have fun with it. I started using less marks as I went to the lower bottom corner. Now, using the paper towel, smudge the blue areas, keeping the same direction. Keep layering blues with the darker blues in the upper right, transitioning to the lighter blues in the lower left. Use as many blues as you have. Variety is awesome. At some point, I start using my lighter colors in layered lines to blend the colors together. I start with the blues and touch up the lower lighter blues on the horizon with white. I don't smudge the sky with the towel anymore. Start highlighting the green sky areas with different white, green, and yellows, keeping your lines in the same direction. Use the layering of the lines to blend the colors from now on. Overlap, blend, experiment, have fun, and keep layering. Now touch up the darks and blues. I added some black to the darkest corner for more contrast. Get out your Q-tips, then place and twist the Q-tip to remove small dots of the blue sky. These are star areas. For fun, I added some light orange to areas of the green lights. Experiment with other colors you like. There is no wrong, only fun. For our final stretch, color in the ground using black. Smudge it with a paper towel and then apply one more coat of black. I had a really dark green and I used it to add variation to my ground and for the first layer of trees, but using only black works as well. I finished the second layer of trees with black overlapping the green areas for more texture. Using white pastel, tap dots into the lighter areas where the Q-tips made circles. Add independent dots for more variety. Now go back and fix anything you feel like you want to highlight or make brighter or add more dots, whatever you feel like will make your picture more dynamic and something that you will like forever. Don't forget to sign your work. Take the tape off around your piece. Enjoy! I hope this brings you inspiration. Have fun!